People, welcome back into the building. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video here on this channel, and I'm joined by a special guest, Rants. Listen, it's been a hot minute, do you know what I'm saying? Since we've seen him on here, especially on YouTube as well. Do you know what I mean? He's on Twitch now. Link will be in the description as well. But Rants, bro, how are you doing?
I'm okay, bro. I'm just okay. I'm not good. I'm just okay, innit? Like, I'm not looking forward to this game, blood. I feel like it's going to be a red wedding, blood. It's going to be a bloodbath because, like, honestly, I think Chelsea are going to destroy us, innit? So, not looking forward to the game. Do you know what I mean? Ollie's out, but it's the same old shit, innit? Ollie's not at the wheel, but the ghost of Ollie is still in the car, fam. That's just what it is.
It's a madness, you know, because I actually expected the whole, you know, when you're clearing out a house and there's the cobwebs and there's the mess and you're cleaning it out, you're refurbishing. Usually you take all the mess out. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't just leave some like loose bits.
You don't clean around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some bullshit. That's what we're doing. We're cleaning around the mess instead of cleaning up the mess. Do you know what I mean? So it's all weird, bro. I can't even lie. I don't know how you can keep our current manager is the number 2 that failed under Jose and under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I don't know what sign that, I don't know what kind of sign that or like message that sends to the players, innit? Carrick's a loser. Like, he's come into football as a coach, hasn't won nothing, and he's been there for 2 seconds. How the fuck he's still there, I have no idea. McPhelan, I don't know why he's still there, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're doing sympathy pension payments for him because he does fuck all. And Kieran McKenna, his whole CV is just failure apart from winning a league with the under-21s. I think he got released by Tottenham as well, bro. Like, before he came to Man United. Like, the guy's just a loser, innit? So when man look at the whole thing, and Darren Fletcher was on the sidelines with a headset on, bro, like he's Bill Belichick or something. He's a bum as well. Yeah, bruv, he's a bum as well, fam. Do you know what I mean? Like, he came in as a footballing director, yeah, but he's always in fucking tracksuit bottoms and boots. So, like, what's going on? Ain't directors meant to be in the office? I'm confused. I don't know what he does. He don't know what he does. Do you know what I mean? Just a lot of nothing is what Darren Fletcher does. So the whole setup is comedy, bro.
It's a bit mad watching it from afar, you know, because like I said, I expected everybody to clear out. A lot of our fans are like, obviously we're confident, but I never like to get too ahead of myself for a big game because our record against Manchester United is pretty poor in recent years. Oliver
not at Stamford Bridge, though. Okay, the Lampard one. So, but in general, Stamford Bridge ain't a nice place for us to go still.
But completely different circumstances now, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Tuchel's in charge. You guys have got Carrick. There's no real, I guess, the new manager bounce. You don't really have that because, like you said, he's been here in the building already. I mean, I didn't get to see the Villarreal game. Is there anything that we should be worried about going into this game that you saw in the Villarreal game that changed? I know Sancho scored, but is it just the same shit, different day for you at the moment?
Sancho was good. But, bro, I'm going to keep it 100. We should have lost that game, innit? Like, Villarreal were just toothless. Like, they peppered us. At one point, I think we had, like, 19% possession, bro. We were getting battered. But they were just toothless up front, innit? They don't really have goal scorers. That's why I think they've won 3 from 13 in La Liga this season because they keep the ball, but then there's no penetration in it. And we got away with one. We really got away with one, man. A goalkeeping mistake gave Ronaldo the first goal, and then after we got that goal, it was kind of man. Like, they just couldn't find a way through us. But we were shit. We were shit. It was a terrible game of football to watch. Anyone that really watched the 9 minutes will tell you it was a horrible game, and we didn't deserve that.
Mad. And also, I noticed, although he did make some changes, he brought Van der Beek into the team. Sancho obviously started. He still kept McFred, which tells me at Stamford Bridge, he's definitely keeping McFred again. Like, I know it's not your favorite.
McTominay. Carrick likes McTominay, bro. He's the same guy that wanted Sean Longstaff, bro, from fucking Newcastle. He's a Geordie himself, innit, Carrick? And
did he
wanted Longstaff. Yeah, he wanted Longstaff. It was Carrick, bruv, that recommended fucking Longstaff to Man United.
That's a bit.
Carrick needs to get the fuck out ASAP. I'm already Carrick out, blood. You know them ones there, like after one game and he won. Like, bro, get him out. Like, literally out the whole club. I don't want him there. When the new manager comes in, he needs to bruv, get rid. Do you know what I mean? Go learn your trade somewhere else, innit? Man United is not the place to be learning your trade, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? This ain't the YMCA, blood. You know what I mean? This is fucking Manchester United Football Club. They need to start acting like it. So, I don't see nothing for you lot to worry about, bro. And also, the way you lot are playing, like, especially the wide players, bro, we're in trouble. I can't even lie, because the flanks is where we're conceding a lot of ground as well. Wan-Bissaka's just comedy, and Luke Shaw wasn't playing because of the concussion thing, but I think he'll come back in the team, bro. And the way Reece James is playing right now, I think that in the wide areas, you lot are just gonna absolutely run us into the floor, bro. Like I'm predicting a comfortable Chelsea win. I'll be very surprised if anything else happens.
The one little change and altercation for us is that obviously Chilwell picked up an injury in the midweek game against Juventus, and now he's out for the rest of the. Yeah, he played well. He's been playing really well since he came to the team against Southampton at home, and now he's out until the end of the year. So we're gonna have a different left wing back. And I just did a show which will be out by the time this gets uploaded. But we were speaking about the left wing back options, and everybody is kind of a big drop off or a decent sized drop off to Chilwell. Obviously, the wing backs have been a massive strength for us.
What, is Alonso injured or something?
Alonso's fit, but Alonso just doesn't have the same fluidity, and he's not as smooth on the ball as Chilwell. He doesn't have the pace, and Chilwell's been making these really direct runs in behind the defense. Jorginho's been able to pick him out. Obviously, Reece James, like you mentioned, has been flawless, probably one of the most informed players in the league right now. So we might lose something down that left-hand side. But even still, like you said, we are playing really well. I don't know if Lukaku might be on the bench for this game. I know there's no Harry Maguire. He's suspended. Is that advantage Manchester United with that man missing?
Not really, because I'm going to be real, yeah? Like, I'm glad he's not playing because he's shit. However, like, when I look at who's to come in, I think, is Varane injured as well? I think Varane's injured. So it's a Lindelof and Bailly situation, I think. So, like that. And then if Luke Shaw's still out with the concussion thing, because it's 10 days, I don't know if the 10 days are up, then that means it's going to be a Lindelof, Bailly, Telles, Wan-Bissaka. We've never seen that back five before, to my knowledge. So we're playing a back five that hasn't played together. So again, that's a risk, especially coming up against a Chelsea team that absolutely slapped Juventus, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to be coming up against them with McFred in front of them five. Yeah, no chance, bro. Like, I can't see anything good happening, bro.
Teams that try to mirror us don't seem to really come off very well from it. I remember Real Madrid did it in the first leg against us in the Champions League. They tried to mirror our formation. They put Vinicius at right wing back, and they kind of sacrificed their own game plan to match us. At the weekend, we saw Leicester try it, all Brighton at right wing back. So you definitely think Man United are going to go wing backs as well and try and match us in
No. I don't think we're going to go wing backs. I don't think we can go wing backs. If we go wing backs, we'll get smoked, innit? Like that. So I don't think we're going wing backs. But also, because Shaw might not be available and Varane and Maguire are not available, we don't even have enough players to play three centre backs. Normally, Luke Shaw would play left centre back. So unless we're going to play Phil Jones, I don't see us going three at the back. So I think it's just going to be a 4-2-3-1 as usual. And we're just going to get peppered. Like, real talk. I think it's probably going to be like 3-0, bro. Like, at least I can't see us doing anything. I'll be glad if we score, to be honest. That's how I feel.
It's a madness.
Chelsea aren't conceding goals, blood. Like,
we're not.
How many? You conceded like 4 goals in the Prem or something like that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. And what, like one open play goal you conceded or something like that, bro? Like, man. I ain't got no time. Like, we're not scoring it.
Yeah, it's gonna be mad. I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself because I don't want to jinx anything. But when I do look at the statistics and I look at the way you guys are playing, the way that we've been defending, like you said, we just don't concede goals. We just got to get one. And then the fact that you tell me that you've got defenders missing and it's going to be a makeshift back four and there's no partnerships or chemistry. And then on top of that, you haven't got the coach on the dugout that you would probably want to be coaching this kind of game to lead you into the battlefield. It's a madness. For us, we've got some injuries as well. Kova's out, maybe Chilwell's out as well. Lukaku probably start from the bench. But I know that you really rate Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho highly. I mean, what are your thoughts on them? They're probably going to start. Kante came off, a little bit with a niggle against Juventus as well. So it's kind of predictable that will be our pivot. How do you see? I mean, them two faring against McFred, you're saying is most likely.
They're going to pepper them up. They're going to pepper them up, bro. Do you know what I mean? Man United don't press well, and Jorginho's just a ticker, innit? And Loftus-Cheek's just unreal, bruv. Like I always said, his injuries were like holding him back, but he's like a big man that plays. He's got feet of a little man, innit? Like he's good physically. He's very good. He's good in the pocket in tight spaces. Great on the ball, man, and he just glides with it, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things he does, like when he's carrying the ball. That's kind of Pogba-esque. Like he hasn't got like, say, the passing range and that, but in terms of ball carrying midfielders, bro, he's right up there in the league, bro. Like he's that good, innit? So I just think when you put him into a system like this, into a confident Chelsea team, I think them two are gonna piss all over our midfield. Our midfield haven't won a battle this season. Like, do you know what I mean? Not even Leeds. When we played against Leeds, like we beat Leeds, but them man were kind of running through us a little bit. Like, I don't have no faith in this Man United midfield. He will start Bruno because Bruno came off the bench last game. So I feel like Bruno comes back into their midfield. And if it's a Bruno McFred midfield, Chelsea gonna run all over us.
Do you know what as well, in terms of Man United, I'm looking at the way that you could possibly set up to try and get something out of this game. I don't even think pressing is maybe even a good idea because who's going to organize that press? You need a real top coach to organize that. The way Chelsea have been counter pressing, especially against Juventus, was we suffocated them. Like it was unbelievable. We were winning the ball back in dangerous areas. We were efficient. We were going in groups, hunting in packs.
And we can't play out from the back. That's why I feel like it's going to be a problem because we try, but Wan-Bissaka playing out from the back. Oh my days! Like, oh my days! You know, like that, bro. It's not going to be. Hey, it's going to be unpleasant. It's going to be. Is
it better for you to just go long? Almost
100%. 100%. But Ronaldo don't win headers like that. Do you know what I mean? He scores headers in the box, but Ronaldo don't like to jump with people, innit? He likes to get the running jump on people, but Ronaldo ain't going to jump with his back to goal, nod things down, or jump and catch it on his chest. Ronaldo's lightweight, bro. You touch him, he's rolling all over the place, bro.
And he's up against three centre-backs as well, so it's going to be outnumbered.
I expect him to do nothing. Like, honestly, like, this is the kind of game, really, that you need a pivot up front, and you need to be bypassing the midfield, probably, if you're going to get anything out of it, bro. Like, Chelsea, the teams that give Chelsea the biggest kind of problems are teams that play with two centre-forwards. Like if you're playing against three centre backs, you can't really play one up front and expect to really do anything. You just have to be brave and probably play a 4-4-2 and see what happens in it. Like, but Man United won't do that. So I can't see us doing anything, bro. I'm gonna be real. I can't see shit. Yeah. Hopefully Sancho gets another 90 minutes or another 70 minutes so he can get his sharpness up, because like, we're going to need Sancho firing, if we're going to make top 4 this season, because that's what the goal is.
It's actually mad. Like, I'm trying to, like, be as balanced as possible and try and think of ways where you guys could really hurt. But I'm looking at the way we defend. I'm looking at the way you guys press. I'm looking at the way we attack, the way that we counter press, and the way that you guys build up. I'm looking at who you got in the dugout to change the game and impact the game and make decisions. And it's all just leading to a dead end. I mean... For you, obviously, I know you want a new manager in as soon as possible, but who out of I mean, look, Man United should have really made that move on Oli weeks ago during the international break. Last season,
got Conte then.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like there was Conte that was available. There was before that there was others, But who do you think is realistic now? Is it because I think even Poch, there was something that came out that said that potentially he's going to be staying, or I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Poch thing was hinging on their ability to get Zidane in it. But Zidane's always made it quite clear that he doesn't want to go anywhere mid-season. He would like to go in the summer, in it. So I think that they're holding on to see if they can get Zidane. And if that's not the case, then Poch will stay where he is until the summer. We've been linked with, they're saying that Man United are talking to 5 managers. Valverde is one of them. I don't want him. Right, Ralf Rangnick's the only interim that I want. Like, or else I'm happy to just keep Carrick to the end of the season, blood. And because, bruv, we're shit either way, innit? Like,
sacrifice the season.
Yeah, bruv, the season's done anyway. Like, like that. The season's done for me. We're not going to win the league. I feel like we're too far away already. You know what I mean? The way Chelsea are playing, the way Liverpool are playing. Liverpool got 15 points in the Champions League, bro. Like 15 from 5 games. Get the fuck out of here. Man United ain't catching Chelsea, Liverpool, or City. So the title's gone, innit? We're playing for 4th place. I believe even with Carrick, we can probably just scrape 4th, innit? So at this point, I'll just take a 4th place finish, Champions League next year, and we go again, bro. We're not going to win no FA Cup. We're out the League Cup already. So Champions League, we're not winning that. We're not coming anywhere near to winning that. Do you know what I mean? If we get to like the last 16, great. Do you know what I mean? Like that's it. Even that's a big fucking like, bro. We could end up drawing PSG in the next round, bro. They'll smoke us. So literally, there's nothing to play for, bro.
And also as well, when you talk about top four, there's some stiff competition for that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Conte definitely gives Tottenham a chance. I still think Kane has got to get his act together before that becomes a proper discussion for them. But he at least puts them in the hat. And West Ham are playing out of their skin now. They got European football to deal with. So the congestion and the fixtures and the squad is going to come into play later on in the season. That's probably where I say they're likely to do a Leicester and fall off. But, you know, they're still in the conversation. And Arsenal, I keep saying it to Lee, and I know you speak to Lee on a weekly. They shouldn't be, you know, getting all excited because they're 5th, 6th. That's where they should be. You got no European football. You should 100% when you've got a whole week to prepare. You should be, you know, you should be fighting for top 4 as well with the amount of money spent and et cetera, the amount of time and length the manager's been in the job. There's no reason why they shouldn't have those aspirations. I don't think they'll do it, but that should be the expectation. So you got a lot of teams to fight with for this top 4 position, man. And obviously this is a big game. I hate to ask you for a score prediction and also the lineup. I won't be doing a combined 11. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put any man through that. but who do you expect to start? Who do you think Carrick's going to put out on that pitch for you?
All right. So De Gea, depending on the Luke Shaw situation with the concussion, I think Shaw's back. So it'll be Shaw at left back, Bailly Lindelof centre back, Wan-Bissaka right back, double pivot McFred, Bruno, and then Sancho right, Ronaldo up front, Rashford on the left. I think that's how we're going to start. I think that's how we're going to start. And I think we're going to lose 3-0. I don't think we're going to score. I don't know, bruv. We might not even have a shot on target. I don't know, innit? Like, I'm going to be real, bro. I can't see Man United doing shit. I can't see them doing anything. Like, honestly,
I'm not used to having these conversations with Man United. Like, bro, I know you guys have been pretty poor for a few years.
Every single week. You see what we did against Villarreal? If we played against a good team, we would have lost 7-0, bro. That's how bad the performance was. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's more of the same. That's all it is. If anything, it's a bit worse, yeah, because the players want to do so well for Carrick that they're trying too hard and they're pressing when they shouldn't be pressing and everyone's leaving holes and that. Do you know what I mean? It's like everyone's trying to prove a point in it. And I think that because they're playing, I think a lot of the players are in their own head too much right now. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got certain man staying, certain man telling man to press and then they kind of go in, then they're not going. And it's like, bruv, the amount of times Villarreal just played through our dead press because we had 2 players pressing and like 8 players sitting
and nobody followed up.
Yeah, so no one following up. Shambles, bro. Like, you can't do that against Chelsea. Like, Chelsea are so well drilled. There's no chance, bro.
You have to move as a team. I remember, I think it was the Liverpool performance where you guys just literally you were like I don't even know what it was. Like you knew not to press them, but some people still tried. And then there was gaps in the midfield and it was just literally like PlayStation, just pinging it, bopping it about. You just carve right through. And I'm like, you have to be compact, whether you're sitting and you're compact as a low block or you're pressing as a counter pressing team. You have to be compact and bring the centre backs with you and everybody with you. And
but
that's
you need to know when to be zonal, when to man mark, and also you need to know who your man is. Too many times I see Bruno doing this John Wick thing, where he's running across the pitch trying to press someone that's on the other side of the pitch. It's like, bro, that's not your man, innit? That's not your man. It's nonsense, isn't it? Like you need to know what man's yours, in it with pressing. It's all about identifying the danger. Like when you're running all the way over there, all you're doing is creating space for the other team. That's all you're doing because you're not going to win the ball. So why are you running 15 yards to go and press someone? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like you're better off just kind of dropping back and condensing the space in behind instead of running and literally opening up 2 or 3 passing lanes by running over like an idiot. So Manchester United are not going to learn that overnight. Carrick's been there under Jose and he's been there under Oli, and we weren't pressing with either of those managers. And right now, I think that Man United are towards the bottom of the league for distance covered and that. So we're not doing nothing, bro.
And I think pressing is obviously it's energy sapping, but it's even more energy sapping if you do it the way that you just discussed, which is
if you do it wrong, it's more tiring.
Organized and not going in groups and going on your own and trying to be the hero. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to be the go-to guy. And also, if you can't keep possession and you're out of possession a lot, what are Man United like in possession? Like, are you at least
not
competent
good
at keeping the ball for
not
for
good,
spells?
bro? Nah, bro, we can't keep the ball. Like last game against Villarreal, we couldn't put 3 passes together. That's literally Manchester United. This is the thing, though. It's one thing being a pressing team here, but it's either you can play similar to Liverpool, where high intensity, high press, quick transitions, and that they're not a possession team. Then every time they get the ball, they're trying to break teams down. They're quite direct. Whereas Chelsea will kind of move the ball around, recycle it, break teams down a different way. Innit? Like it's a different way to kind of play. But Man United aren't either. Like Man United don't press. They can't keep the ball, and they're not good in transition unless they've got loads of space in behind that they can slap the ball into, and Rashford can run onto it. That. So when Man United they're saying, "Oh, Man United are dangerous on the counter," they're not. They're not. They're only dangerous if you give them loads of space. But literally, if you step like 10 yards off Man United, they're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna get down the byline, put the ball in, and get a cross in, bro. Like we got CR7. I don't think he scored a header from a cross yet. Do you know what I mean? I could be wrong.
Really?
No, I think he scored one actually.
I think he might have scored maybe
he scored one in the Champions League.
Yeah,
one header this season we've scored, bro. One header. So we're not going to get down the byline. So if you just drop off a few yards, nothing going to happen, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen. But you have to, bruv, if Man United catch you on the halfway line and Bruno can slap it over the top, Rashford can run onto it, yeah, maybe you're in trouble. But Chelsea ain't going to do that.
No. And also it's just the way that we defend now is just like we got 3 at the back. So it's the advantage numbers wise is there. And also, like I said, Reece will funnel back in. Not Kante now playing, but Jorginho is he put in such a good performance against Juventus. It's probably the last thing I'll say on my team is that Jorginho's performance went very much under the radar, even from me. I didn't really mention it in my review. First 3 goals were scored by academy graduates. So it was a big night for us in terms of Cobham and whatnot. Loftus-Cheek came on, got an assist. Trevor, Reece, Callum. But if anybody watched Jorginho and just watch him, the interceptions, the tackles, and this is what I keep saying about this guy is that people think, and you just spoke about it, running the hard yards, and I 100% get you need to show those times, you need to show those facets in your game sometimes, but being intelligent is very important. And this guy, the amount of tackles and interceptions, the amount of times he broke up play, won the ball back for us so we could just get the ball back and keep it ticking. For someone to do that and not be very mobile and be mocked as quite slow, that just makes me praise him more, because that just means his brain is working even stronger, because the guy has to have the awareness, the anticipation to know where to be, the positioning, because you're not quick.
It shows you the brain speed, innit, of Jorginho.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is, man. Like, if you watch Jorginho, you'll see the game, innit? And that's just what it is, bro. Like, when you don't see him, he's playing well.
Yeah.
That's what Michael Carrick used to be like. Do you know what I mean? There's players like that. When you don't see them, they're having a great game. Rodri's the same. Them kind of players, it's like, if you don't hear the commentator really call their name, they're having a good game, innit? Like, when you're talking about them, it's usually because they're getting cooked. And that's just what it is. So, like, Jorginho, if you're not talking about Jorginho in the game, it's because he's absolutely bossing it, innit? Like, that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. No, listen, 100%. And I'm going to wrap this one up, people. Listen, thank you so much for watching. For me, my team is, of course, always predicated on the press conference, but quickly would say that I would expect it to be something like Mendy, Rudiger, Christensen, because Silva's played back-to-back games, potentially Trevor Chalobah playing next to him alongside Reece, Alonso, Jorginho, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and then a front 3 of Callum Hudson-Odoi. And then maybe Werner, because obviously we're not sure on Kai. We'll see how Kai is, but he hasn't even been in great run of form as well. So he might just go for that counter press and just put someone pacey up top, and see what he can cause Lindelof and Eric Bailly some problems. Eric Bailly's had a lot of injury issues, hasn't he? He hasn't really been playing.
He hasn't played many games. I think he's got 1 Premier League start this season. Yeah.
And maybe even Ziyech will play then as well. Ahead of Mason, because Ziyech has been pretty good last couple of games.
You got a great assist against Juventus as well, man.
Yeah. So he's another one that could play as well. So yeah, again, my team will definitely be like more finalized and complete after the press conference. There's a lot of injury updates to look at, but Rants, I appreciate it, bro. This is not the easiest time to come on and chat to a Chelsea fan, so I appreciate you coming on.
Not at all.
The link is in the description, of course, people. Go and follow him on Twitch. He's killing it over there. Do you know what I'm saying? The Red Talk. Do you know what I'm saying? When the new manager comes in, that someone that they actually like,
it's due to be lit over there. Yeah, it's due to be lit when the new manager comes.
Smoked for the Ollie sacking.
Boy.
The weekly schedule is lit. Obviously, I'm on that with DG as well. So yeah, guys, make sure you go and follow, go and subscribe on Twitch. To help me out a lot on Twitch has helped me out. So I really do appreciate it. Obviously, go and check out my Twitch as well. I've only just launched that the last few months, and it's been moving nicely. So I appreciate it. And yeah, guys, smash up the comments. Let me know what you think of Rants' thoughts on our team, on his team. And get your score predictions in the comments as well. I really tried to not be biased and try to give Man United something, but I'm not gonna lie, I'll be waffling. I really don't see too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't see too much, so I am confident. I'll probably go over 2-0 prediction win for Chelsea. But big up to everybody, big up to Rants, and in a bit, people. Peace. Perfect.